Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to another episode of the Ultimate Team Experience. We are a weekly podcast, and we track the vastly different journeys of 4 Madden Ultimate Team players and what they do to navigate throughout the Madden Ultimate Team game. We offer advice, insight, and tips to make sure your experience in the Madden Ultimate Team Experience is a good one. I'd like to first off welcome back one of the OGs of the Ultimate Team Experience crew, our guy Wesman, Y2K. Bottom on your TV screen, he's bottom right. Good to have you back, Wes. Great to see you, man. You're looking fantastic. I don't know how it is that someone can be a month older since I saw you and a month better looking, but good on you, sir. And as always, to my left on screen, good to have you back, Wes. On my left, we have the ever-loving Platinum Woods, the strategy and the conniver of the group. And below me is our faithful leader and the beloved Swain Games. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing.
All right, guys, Swain, I believe you're pulling a double shift tonight, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And a quick plug for his Madden stream tomorrow morning. We'll talk about that later. And I'm Deke. You can call me Deekster, and it's an absolute honor and pleasure to host. And we got a packed schedule tonight. We have our 4 original guys, or 4 guys together, and we got some topics, some heavy topics that we tossed around in the DMs of Twitter, and we come to an agreement and a set schedule, and we're going to start covering it right now. We're going to start it off with our guy Wes. We lost contact with him, but I don't think Wes lost contact with the Ultimate Team Experience. So Wes, can you tell us, what you've been doing when you've had time to go on and navigate, and what's your experience been like?
Well, now that Christmas is over and I'm back at the North Pole, I'm doing a lot more Madden. I really didn't play a whole lot of Madden while I was gone. I got on, I did my dailies. I interacted a little bit with this Zero Chill and the Ghost of Madden and all that stuff. I really didn't get into it at all, but I've been doing my dailies, switching up my team a little bit. And, now, the last few days I've been really kicking back into it. So
nice.
I'm excited I kind of needed a break, and so
absolutely
I'm excited to I figured since I couldn't be on the show, now's the good time to take that break. And now that I'm back being able to do the show, I'm back in Madden and about to get down with it.
Oh, sounds great. Good stuff. So it's great to have you back. As we already mentioned, Wes, a true staple in the community and very much loved. So let's start off and talk about a very, very, very big subject right now. I seem to see it blowing up all over Twitter. I see it talked about in many, many Twitch streams, and no one enjoys talking about it more than our guy Swain Games. And that's the topic of theme teams. And the most popular that we tend to see is the 25-25s. So what that is 25 of your players have the chemistry of one team, while 25 have the chemistry of the other. And it even comes down to as much fun as creating a team name. And I'll leave that to our guy Swain to explain, who made a change this past week in his theme team, and he'll tell you what he did and why, and share some of the benefits from it. Go ahead, Swain.
Yeah, so years ago, I got on MUT, and I had no idea what theme team I was going to go with, and I stumbled upon, it just rained Cowboy Elite players, and I was like, I have to make a Cowboys theme team, and I liked rushing. I always have. I'm weird. I liked rushing until rushing was like OP, and now I don't like it anymore. But anyways, I stuck with the Cowboys, and I've had the Cowboys every year since, and it's just kind of, it kind of just, it's not MUT without Cowboys for me. There's too many players that come out every single year for the Cowboys. It just makes it super fun to have Cowboys as a MUT team.
So your Cowboys part of it, you call them the Cowbears. That was strictly, it was the players and the content that come out. It wasn't like a childhood thing. I know you're a Bills fan, a loyal Bills fan.
Yeah, every year in MUT, I've had Cowboys, but then I try to have like 25. Sometimes I get to 50. For the most part, I have 25 Cowboys, and the rest is just God Squad, just whoever the best I want, or cool names, whatever. And then last year I started kind of implementing the 25 thing. I feel like last year was the first time you could really do it easily and not have to worry and struggle to have a good team. So I added Bills. This year I decided I wanted another legendary team with really good players. For me, and everyone can argue this and have their own opinion, I felt like the Chicago Bears, when I think of classic good players, and not just in NFL, but even in MUT too, for me, it's Chicago Bears. I mean, there's obviously the Niners, the Raiders, some of the other teams, but I thought, well, how fun would it be to have, and this is before the game even came out, but how fun would it be to have, like the two best middle linebackers in the game and one of the best running backs in the game? And, it just seemed like a good idea at the time.
Sure.
And I kept waiting and I kept waiting and it never happened. And ultimately, this week, I've been talking for a while. I ended up taking all the Cowboys out. I still have them, but I've downgraded them to almost nothing now.
Bears, not Cowboys.
Yes, just the Bears. And I added a bunch of Seahawks players. I could not have picked a better time to do it. With buying and selling, I actually only went down about 2.5 million coins, and I have a way better team. I would advise anybody out there, if you're going to do a theme team or you're making a switch, don't do it today, but wait about a week when we get our new series update. You're going to have a ball, and it will be relatively easy to do that. So it was a lot of fun. The new team name, by the way, is called Surf and Turf. That is the team.
It's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. And you mentioned, Swain, too, about those who have some plans to change or start or what have you, to hold off until to this new season 4, and that would be because you're referring to the price of the cards will drop. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, a lot of things happen with the series change. I know we're going to go over this in the show, but that is, you don't want to do it right now. Training actually went back up because of the Camps Heroes, but right now I wouldn't invest in anything crazy right now, and I wouldn't want to hold any cards if series comes out next week. They said they'd like to give us a week heads up. Hopefully tomorrow they announce that next series is next week.
Sure.
Gotcha. I actually want to know, since we're talking about that, what is everybody else running? What are you guys running?
So
team wise,
and before we hand over to Platt, great question, Wes. I like the theme team. Usually I'm a 50 guy, and for years ran the Pats, of course, and last year was the first year I thought we're gonna change it up, and Deke Jr., my son, said, let's do a Ravens theme team. It was a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Whole broad gambit of new players. It was a lot of fun, and it happened to be a good theme team as well. This year, I kind of like 2025 thing, and I actually got that from Swain and Platt and Tone, the boys. And so I have 25 Pats, and I'm running 25 God Squad. I heard that's a good combination. Now, you just heard Swain refer to, he would do that in the past. So it's 25 Pats, and then 25 guys I like or respect for certain reasons. But I've been leaning and threatening to go with the Pats and the Cowboys. I kind of like the team name, the Cow Patties, and there are a lot of good Cowboy players. So I'm still thinking of. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But that's mine. And Platt, you were next on the board too to ask the question. What is your theme team, and what have you been doing with yours? You're always tinkering.
Yeah, so I've been running 25 Raiders, 25 Niners for the majority of the year. The players that, both of those teams get are just, it's too good year after year when you're talking the Deons and the Mosses and, the Jerry Rices and the Kittles and the Darren Wallers. They're very consistently good throughout the year. And we always get the legends that really complement those teams well. So I run a 25-25 and then fill in, the blanks mostly on the offensive line. And just some other positions, but that's what I'm running.
Did you not make a switch too early on, Platt? Or am I wrong?
So I didn't run a theme team for a long time, and then I made the switch to. Gosh, I can't remember who I did first. I guess it was Raiders. I think I just went. I can't remember if it was Raiders or Niners, but I was 50 out of 50. I think it was Niners actually. 50 out of 50 Niners. And
I think
then
it was
filled in the blanks a little bit. And then once we started getting some better Raiders cards, the Rich Cannons, the Waller upgrades, cards like that. So I finally did make the switch to 25-25 and haven't looked back since.
Excellent. And any changes in the last week, Platt? Did you do anything? Any tinkering or labbing?
Jerry Rice, got him all the way up. He's a 99 on the team. Barry Sanders, he's a 98. Kyle Juszczyk was an addition. George Kittle was an addition from the Snow program. Rod Woodson, Charles Woodson, those have been the additions so far. And Tyler Bass. That's a fantastic card.
Nice. I love, I noticed something. Now, you said you added Jerry Rice. And I'm pretty sure through conversation, Swain, did you not remove Jerry from your squad just recently?
I did. I've sold him twice now.
Nice.
I can't keep a card that I have so many receivers on that
Okay.
theme team,
Okay.
and I'm getting DK tomorrow, so it's like I didn't need a card that I could sell for almost 900,000 coins. Or
The price is crazy, right? The price is
it's
crazy.
nuts.
Yeah.
And I want to point out to anybody that's listening that may not know, you'll hear a lot of people talk about theme team. That's just the same team, right? Every player for that team plays for a certain team. So like, I have 25 different Cowboy players. The thing is with Madden is you have these power-ups, and some of the power-ups may not, you might have the Jerry Rice is a good example. Jerry Rice is going to have a Niners power-up card, or his card is going to be a Niners card. Jerry Rice played for the Seahawks. He played for the Niners. He played for the Raiders, so on and so forth. So when you make a theme team, there's a really good thing to go to. If you ever want to know, let us know in any of the comments. We can show you where to go and get that. But when you hear people say 25 and 50, what that means is when you have 25 of a certain amount of players for that team, the big stat is you get +1 speed for every single player for that team. When you get to 50, you get +2 speed. The downfall of a 50 theme team is that a lot of players are going to be lacking, whereas, a 25 and 25, pretty much most of your stars are going to have that +1 speed on every card. So that's why we say that. Anyways, just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Very, very good point, Swain. And it is becoming quite popular. And I mean, we will start seeing as, we got some big content coming, but as it starts, slacking down a little bit, you'll start seeing theme team tournaments pop up, and people start to get really excited about it. So great topic, great topic. Always good to talk about that and getting very popular. But now let's move on to something that's been a big chatterbox the last few days. And we'll start it off with Wes. I'm going to ask you: have you had time to go in and check out the new Campus Hero program or the drops they made, and what your thoughts are on that?
I did. You guys would be proud of me. Last night, I went in and I saw there was a reroll, and I was sitting at about 600,000 coins, which is a lot for me.
That is a lot for you.
Hey, it is. And then I got up over $1 million with that reroll.
No way.
I did.
Son of a gun! I got my ass handed to me. Good job. Well done.
And then I got down to 400K with that reroll.
No
so then I quit, but
so you went up and
fun.
Then so you were riding
the
elevator. Okay, I don't feel so bad then.
But
sorry.
I did make I made Tony Dorsett, put him on the team, Broncos legend,
mm-hmm.
and he's okay. Verdict's still out, but I've already had fun with it. So I'm a much bigger college fan than NFL anyway.
Sure.
So I like this. I like this program.
So just quickly, Wes, when you say you were doing the re-roll, what exactly were you doing? Like what was your re-roll? You were taking a training and buying the packs, right?
Yeah, I was going and buying cards and quick selling them for training, and then doing the re-roll. It's 2,500 training, and you get an 85 plus Campus Heroes card. And then when I'd hit the 90, I'd save those 85s to make the set. And then it takes 32 to do that. And then I was just selling for coins all the 95s that I got. So
nice.
Worked for a while.
Yeah. Do you have your eyes on any of the 95s to add to your squad, or you're not sure yet, or any appeals?
Honestly,
because Denver got some love.
I'm not sure yet.
Did Denver get some love? Quentin Jammer? Maybe they didn't get a lot of love.
I was definitely thinking about picking that up, but
yeah.
I honestly, the reroll was just so much fun. I can't wait to blow more coins on it.
Yeah. So then let's hand it over to someone whose eyes went crossed on the Christmas reroll. That's our guy, Swain. Swain, what's your take on the Campus Hero? Did you engage in the reroll, and what's your thought on the cards themselves?
It was like my third card was a 95, and I haven't hit anything since.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime there's a reroll, I mean, it's fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think the cards were great. I think the shock factor of when it came out was just like, really? We thought this was a slow week. If EA has the mindset now that a slow week is Campus Heroes, where we get 20 cards and playoff program on a Friday, like, holy shit, I'm ready for it. Give me a normal week or a crazy week, and I think next week will be a crazy week. This is I've seen this company do an amazing job with content, and it's not that often where I sit and think, man, like, why don't they have more of this? Why don't they have more of that? This year started out very, very slow, all the way into The Halloween program, it was kind of like, really? And then getting into Thanksgiving was still kind of like, really? And then it was like, holy shit. And they're still going. So, I mean, all in all, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish they would do, I've never seen more names in the game either. The names that I haven't heard of in years. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's like some of the names I forget about, like Roy Williams. I remember a buddy of mine who's a diehard Cowboys fan, and he would really talk the players up, and he'd really get pissed at them like they were actually friends in real life. It was so funny because he'd yell at the TV, and I remember him yelling at Roy Williams for his coverage. He was not known for being the best coverage guy.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's great. It's a nice trip down memory lane, and I hope they continue to do this just randomly, no plan. Just here you go, 20 MUT cards. Here you go. Have fun with it. And they're good. They're all relevant. They're all good.
That's the thing, and that's the next question, Swain. So they don't go into the power-ups, but, on your team, they're 90, 96 right out of the gate. Sorry, 95. So they will get to a 96, perhaps 97. Have you dog-eared anyone for your squad? Any of the Cowboys or the Hawks?
I grabbed strong safety Roy Williams, and I grabbed the fullback. Can't think of his name now.
Marcel Reese.
And the thing is, and if you guys don't know this at home, especially the newer people that are playing the game, these 95s, while they're expensive, they don't require a power up. And I saw somebody on Twitter complaining, saying, I wish there was a power up. And Platt and I both had the same thought. It's like, no.
Yeah.
And Platt put it out there. It's like, geez, he's making me literally exactly what I was going to say to the guy. It's like, that would be the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, this is better than a power up. This is hopefully, if they got rid of power ups, this is the kind of cards that we would see. It saves coins. It saves time. It's way better that way, in my opinion.
And I know there was a couple questions the last time, and just very briefly with the 84s, right? 84s or 85s? 85s, whatever they were. And it was, so-and-so didn't get, I'll use Tebow, for example, didn't get Patriots chemistry. And the reason was he only played exhibition games, and they made a statement that the player has to play regular season. And there was someone else who played in the playoffs for somebody, and who was it, Pat?
Devin Hester.
There you go. And didn't get the chemistries, and that was the reply made by EA that it's only going to be regular season games. And they done the research, done the due diligence.
They did give Hester the Seahawks.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Seahawks
should have.
Yeah. Because they didn't initially when his card dropped, but he played a playoff game for them.
Yeah, and I can see that, and I can see not doing it for preseason guys. I got it, but just a note for those who are wondering, geez, I love Tebow and I'm a Pats fan. He doesn't get chemistry. That's why it was only 3 regular season games, and we cut him. So Platt, where we got you now, bud, and got your attention. So you were really involved in this, and I seen a lot of your comments on Twitter. They were fantastic yesterday morning on the cards. And what have you done? Have you engaged in the re-roll, and how has your success been? And have you put anybody on your squad or plan to?
I have not engaged in the re-roll. Too risky for me. I'm a little bit of a chicken when it comes to that. But my thoughts about the program overall, I thought they knocked this out of the park. The best thing about this, and there's a lot of great things about the cards, about the program, the way that it works. To me, the best thing about it is that we didn't know it was coming. We had no expectation.
Oh my gosh, no.
And we open up Good Morning Madden, and they tell us Campus Heroes are coming. So we're thinking, okay, the last ones were okay, not great, but not bad. And then they knock it out of the park. They gave us 95 overalls, a lot of really cool names. I've said this all year. Even if I'm not going to use them, I can still appreciate some of these guys being in the game. The Vince Youngs, that's really cool that Vince Young is in the game. We all watched Vince Young in college and a little bit in the pros.
A lot of them taking me back to fantasy football back in the 90s and the turn of the century. Like LeVar Arrington and like Cadillac Williams last time. I remember drafting him when he was a rookie, and he didn't do so great, but
that's a perfect example. I mean, all these guys, they find a way to make them relevant and MUT.
Exactly.
And then that's not easy to do with some of these guys. They aren't great NFL players, but it's MUT. Like, this is the part where we get to have a little fun, play a little fantasy football with them, get to play with the guys who, weren't great in the NFL, but we can still make them great on our MUT team.
And that means a lot to, individuals. And that's what I really like about it. And I think Swain alluded to last week. They're making the game easy to see different teams all the time on the field instead of the same old mumbo jumbo. So that's great. Yeah, I mean, I loved it. It was a great program. I do have a couple players I'm gonna to put on a team, the Patriot boys, especially Kyle Brady. He's got I think it was a 90 pass block or 89 pass block. So he's going to do sweet at tight end. The re-roll, though, you know what? I had 68,000 training all lined up for stream last night, and I was giddy as a 12-year-old on Christmas morning, and I did not get 195. I got a boatload of 85s. I'm okay. I'm not mad at it. It was fun. And by the time I was, but seriously, the chat watched as I opened each one, and I can't even remember how many I had. And then when I go to sell them, when I started the stream, the suckers were like 15.5, and they went down between 11 and 12 by the time I decided late last night to ship these out. I'm like, oh, well, I can't get mad at it. It was still fun. And I got some money back, and it was just not all of it. But I didn't lose a lot, but I did end up losing. But it's all good. It was fun. So yeah, definitely a great promo. Do you think just for all of you chime in? Do you think there'll be a third one down the road? Do you see a 98 or a 99 perhaps, or is that pushing it?
Yeah, I think it would be great if both of these programs so far, the 92s and the 95s, they've all been brand new players to the game. There's been no repeats, no recycled legends. Yeah. I don't think they're going to be able to get away with that. It would surprise me if the third go around, if they're 97s, whatever, 98s, maybe, if those are all brand new players, I think that would be a lot to ask. But I think it would be even better to recycle some of the guys
from the first set and the second set. Yeah.
Somebody like Reggie Bush is not going to get, an Ultimate Legends card. So that would be a great program for him. They don't have to do 20 either. They can just do 10, the 10 best players, that had great college careers that need a recycled card. So I really hope they do. It's been a great program. I like that you can put all the team chems, on them. It makes the team building aspect of this game, which is really what we play. Yeah. It makes it a little more exciting.
Nice. So tomorrow normally has been traditionally for the past little while, the 50 drop. We're not going to get it, but we're not going to have any separation anxiety. Swain, can you talk about the playoff program coming up, and what do you have, if any, plans to get ready for it, and what are your thoughts on the players revealed today?
Well, for me, the playoff program's always been it's always been really fun. And now that a lot of people are doing split 25 and 25, if both your teams make playoffs, you're really happy. You seem, and it could be a little bit different, but it seems like you get an 83, 85, 87, 89, 91, 93, and 95. If I have that correct. And you make all of them. I don't remember if you get a set and get them back or not, but typically, you get 2 or 3 cards you can use for your team from that playoff, and hopefully you get. It's funny because we're gonna have Bears jokes ongoing all year. Just ask Platt; he loves them. Mitch Trubisky, I don't care if he's the best card in Mutt. I'm still pissed off, and I don't even have the Bears anymore. I'm like, that's so why I got rid of the Bears theme team. Like, of course they dropped Mitch Trubisky. Of all the options on that team, you could have given him a 95. Anyway, I can get off.
Well, I think you talked about last week. It'd be nice to see playoff time. Jim McMahon. You could drop it.
There's so many players that can do that. Now the playoffs going to be current players only, except for they'll have some masters. Did I hear correctly? Somebody was saying, and it wasn't on the EA stream. I missed a lot of it. That this is part 1 of 2 or 3 or something.
He definitely said part 1.
Yep.
Yeah. This is part 1 tomorrow.
If we're getting all AFC and NFC tomorrow, what the hell's part 2 and 3?
I imagine they'll have past, right? There will be some heroes and some past. And didn't he say we're getting defense and offense, correct? 95 for each team? Yeah. I mean, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Are we just going to get like an LTD, or is it going to be a set? Like, I need to go back. I should have went back and looked.
They didn't give us the info.
Yeah, he did not have a lot of info, right? Yeah. I was surprised he had the cards that he had to show, and they looked impressive.
Yeah.
Not all, but some really did. Wes, what's your thoughts on that? Sorry, go ahead, Platt. I apologize.
I was just going to say, I think that, these types of programs where you get big dumps of, certain teams, Swain knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. I've been knowing.
It really changes the landscape of theme teams, right? So around this time, around Super Bowl, whoever makes the Super Bowl, you kind of gravitate towards that, at least 25 of that theme team. So if the Chiefs get all these cards now and then they still make the Super Bowl, well, we're going to get another program just like this where we get a ton of Chiefs players, we get a ton of whoever the NFC team is. And normally, like traditionally at the end of the year, those are the best theme teams. Like even the year that the Patriots made the Super Bowl and they won the Super Bowl, the players weren't great, but still, even though they weren't great, they were still better than 90% of the other players. The Edelmans, the Donta Hightowers, that year where we got those cards, they're not great players, but even so, they're still better than most other players. So I'll be interested to see how the theme team gets updated, because neither of the teams that I run a theme team with made the playoffs this year. So I'm not going to get, a big dump of cards for my teams.
Right.
But, when you look at teams like the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Packers, the Buccaneers, players like that, that's really going to kind of change the theme team discussion within the next, 2 weeks.
And I mean, you talk about the Super Bowl X's, we'll call them. Remember in 2018, the year the Pats went and beat the Rams, and that was the first year, if I recall, they put that mystery, or not mystery, but the advanced Super Bowl MVP in the bundle for 100 biddies, $100.
Okay.
And I stayed away from it, too much from my blood. But they dropped a 98 Edelman hero card in that promo, and then he got the flipping MVP. So he went from 98 to a 99. It's like, man, I'm glad I didn't buy that pack, because I mean, Edelman powered up that 98 card. What is the 99 virtually? So that was kind of a oof. So it'll be interesting. I think they must have some fail-safes in plan to make sure it doesn't happen again. Last year it didn't happen, so it worked out well. But
you notice we didn't get an Aaron Rodgers, we didn't get a Mahomes.
Right. See, I think they kind of said, let's take the plausible candidates for MVP out, and then we'll get them on the backside. And it's got to be. I think we lost Wes there, but it's got to be tough. And I'll get both your takes on this, and Wes, to plan this out. I mean, I know we had a lot of uproar about Patty Mahomes not getting the card, but they got a lot of drops they got to plan for, or not drops, sorry, programs they got to plan for, and kind of speculate, really, so this Edelman thing doesn't happen again. So what's your guys' take on that, Swain? What's your guys' take on, Swain, your take on the drops and when they happen, and how they've been doing that, do you think?
Well, the thing is with the MVP card, I mean, it's hard to guess. Nobody was guessing. I want to know what the Vegas odds were, just for shits and gigs. We'll go back and look for him to get MVP that year. But they, in years past, they did 500,000 coin quick sell attached to it. And I didn't see it this year. I don't know if it's on there or not, but in years past, it was like $100, they'll get 500K at the worst. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, it wasn't a bad idea. I don't know. I mean, at that point, at that time of the year, what MVP in the entire league could come out that everybody has to have?
Yeah.
I don't know that they're going to justify it being the best card. And Mahomes is always going to be the one card. I was thinking, man, if Mahomes gets MVP, he's going to be so good, cover athlete, blah, blah, blah. And he was terrible. I mean, I shouldn't say he was terrible, but I literally didn't know of anybody that used him outside.
Yeah, you didn't seem a lot, did you? You didn't seem a lot.
No. And so, you have one extreme or the other. You have, a card like Edelman, no one wants, even Pats fans. And then you have, Mahomes get it. I just stayed away from it. It's just one of those, there's no need for it.
Yeah.
I don't go after it.
Yeah. Platt, from an analyst point of view and someone who scrutinizes the strategy, and if I'm a new person, would you say, heck yeah, get that card, buy that bundle, you're getting the bundle, plus you're getting that Super Bowl card free? Is that something you would recommend at this stage of the game?
It's not. Yeah. It's not, because really, I remember the bundle that it was in. It was not a very good bundle. The packs weren't great packs. You were really buying it just to get that card. What I would say is, and it's the same advice I've given all year, if everyone's buying that bundle to get that card, what you need to do is, if you want that card, wait around until that pack opens on the Monday or Tuesday after the Super Bowl. Right. And that's when you get the card, because, if it's got a 500K quick sell, yeah, that changes things. It's never going to go below that. Right. But I don't know that it has that this year. Limiteds are 250K, so it might have a 250K quick sell. If it does, then, and if it's a player that maybe you want, but don't want to spend $100. Just wait around until that pack opens or that player, that token becomes a card, and just buy it. That's kind of would be my advice, because I don't think there's anyone that it could be that's going to be meta changing, right? So there's, maybe Josh Allen. I could see if the Bills somehow pull out a miracle and make it past the first couple rounds this year. If they make the Super Bowl, that would be a really good card. That's a strong arm quarterback who's fast.
Yeah.
That would be a great card. He would be able to get, gunslinger, hot route master, all the abilities, because he'd be a 99. So that would be a good card. But outside of that, I really don't know of a card that's in the playoffs that would really do that. So I'll just wait. I wouldn't buy that bundle.
So Wes, you haven't been totally away from the game. You've been dabbling in it, and plus other games as well, which a lot of us do to relieve the stress. Have the outlet, a different game and different variation altogether. So now that you're back in and you're thinking about going back at it, there's a lot of things there that you're seeing. We're talking about just finishing up the Campus Heroes yesterday. Now we got playoffs tomorrow. We're gonna segue into Team of the Week. That's gonna start back again next week. And then possibly season 4 starting next Friday. What's your thinking, Wes, and what your plan of task going to be? To it's kind of overwhelming to absorb all this and think, okay, here's what I want to do. And by the way, what's your team overall right now? And what's your plan for moving forward to attack first?
I'm sitting at a 94 overall right now.
That's good. Hey, nothing wrong with that.
94 defense, 93 offense. I need to upgrade my wide receivers, I think, and. Honestly, I think I've already screwed up the Team of the Week thing. I don't know if you need every week with that, but I'm pretty sure I didn't do those solos. I need to get my free 50 player. I still haven't done all those solos. So I got a lot of solos that I can go in and do.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to use that to help upgrade the team and make some coins. I'm done buying packs, I think, unless it's something really cheap or really good. I don't plan on giving them any more money for that.
No.
So
Wes,
the weekly stuff, yeah. But
so our viewers that could
bundles.
be here in the stream, for those on YouTube or on the podcast, when you say I got to do my 50 solos, when you finish those solos, what at the end of the day, what would you get for those?
God, you get a free stacked 50 week 8 through.
Yeah, your
13,
choice, right? Yeah,
something like that. I don't know who I'm going to get. I got Michael Vick powered up all the way. I just need that card. I really want to get Lawrence Taylor, but he's not going to fit in with my theme team. The
good thing
everybody wants Dion, like Barry.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But I mean, for those who got the game at Christmas, that's and I see it in a lot of chats. I just got the game. Where should I start? Solos, rivals, get those 50s done. It'd be tougher with a lesser team, but once you get through the rivals,
the best card in the game,
right?
Isn't 50 on arcade? Isn't it?
It is on arcade. Yes, it is. Yeah. So you really got. Get in there and get those, because it can be a big help and get some key players. So. Yeah, I know, Wes. You got 94. Nothing wrong with that. That's very, very respectable. That's up there. So you don't have a lot of work to do, just some fun work. So it'll be good. So
Swain, it's a good team.
Go ahead, Wes.
Not who I want. It's just not the personnel I really want anymore.
Yeah, but isn't that half the fun, though, Wes, of toying with that and playing with that?
Ask my coin total if it's fun. I try to sell some of these guys that have been on my team for so long, and they're like, yeah, we don't want that anymore. But
see, I struggle with that because I'm always scared they'll come back with a bigger card and I can plug them right in. That's why I hang on to these relics that are 92s, 93s, and then they get that card, I can plug it in and put him in the starting lineup. So
I've been holding on to Lamar Jackson's power up since the beginning of the game. I was expecting him to get something magical, and
yeah, for sure. So speaking of Team of the Week, Swain, so we're told that's going to start again next week. What do you think that looks like going into the Team of the Year program? Do you think it'll be Team of the Week next week? Will we get 2 weeks?
Yeah, my guess is we get 2 weeks next week for Team of the Week.
Do you think we'll get it all at once? Do you think, Swain, or
no? We're getting 2 weeks. I think they announced it already.
Oh, did they announce it? Okay,
saw that somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's all at once.
All at once. Okay.
Do you see? I was under the impression it was 2, but if it's not 2, we're going to do 2 this week, 2 next week, and then it'll be 4 all at once. It seems early for team of the year
Yeah.
very early. I mean, at the end of this month, I gotta find that out because I thought that's what they said it was 2. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The thing is with team of the week and team of the year, two things that come to mind right away is team of the year. Usually we take team of the week players and put those cards into team of the year sets to make team of the
Correct.
year players. Yeah. I don't know. This is just completely out of left field for me, but it's just what I do. It's who I am. I have this feeling that those cards are not team of the week is not going to be used for team of the year because they're used for so many other sets this year. They've never really done that before. I don't know why they're doing that. But regardless if they do it or not, start saving your team of the week cards just in case. The value, if it is team of the week, will skyrocket. I would start considering saving a lot of different cards that you would normally get rid of. Your golds and all that, low elites is fine. But any program at any rate, unless it's you have to sell it for some reason, just hold on to it. It's I wouldn't be shocked for EA to come out with like a random set, like let's say very close to diamond, but not gold. You'll get it takes a flashback card and it takes this card. I feel like they need to come out with one of those anyway, and they haven't done that yet, where you're going to get this like it needs a 91 team of the week and it needs a 87 flashback and an 89 heavyweight and then a couple elites and some golds. So just keep that in mind because when team of the year comes out, a lot of people feel like that's end game is when team of the week comes out. It's right around Super Bowl, everything else. You're getting damn near, we have golden ticket damn near right now with a few cards, Dion's and some others. So
it's weird, eh? Very weird.
Yeah, it is. And as long as we only have a few positions, I'm fine with it. You know, like if we have one corner right now who's in game. I think Rod Woodson's pretty damn close to being in game, isn't he, Platt? Even on a non-theme team.
He went
Dion
99 on my non-theme team. He went 99.
Camera froze. Try to fix that.
I would say Dion.
But yeah, just
Randy Moss.
And that was from you, Platt. You mentioned about the beast-like mode. I wasn't even thinking about him. I mean, I respect him. I'm not a big fan. So I went and checked his numbers out, and I thought, yeah, it's worthwhile doing that set. And when I did the set, powdered him up, put him on my team, bam, 99, right off the bat. And I'm not a Steelers team at all. It was neat.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. So what's your thoughts, Platt, on the team that we coming up next week?
Yeah, I think we're going to get a massive, card influx, whether it's spread out between 1 or 2 weeks. It's going to be a good program. I do think that we'll be able to use the team of the week cards in the team of the year set. I just feel like they've done it every year. I don't really know of a good reason for them to switch it. But you never know. You're just going to have to wait and see on that one. The team of the year, it's so fun.
Yeah,
I look forward to the team of the year every year because you get, it really is the best program for current day players. The current day are always a little bit behind everybody else. They're behind the legends. So that at that point is normally when they catch them up. So you'll have a bunch of 96s. Last year we had 2 97s. I feel like Russell Wilson and Aaron Donald were the 2 97s.
Yeah, it seems familiar.
And then you had a couple, 95s, I think, maybe 94. But, that's a really fun program because there's a lot of sets. There's a lot of different ways to get these guys.
A lot of different ways to get them. Yeah.
They have like the training reroll, which is so fun. I love it when they do the full training for, a random card.
Yeah.
And then they have the half training for a nat.
Yeah.
That is so fun.
Yeah.
Like gambling half that training to try to get a nat if it's somebody that's going to be on your team all year. I did that and was lucky enough to get a Kittle last year. So just
wow. That was a big card last year too. That was a huge card.
Before I forget, Platt, we can do this off stream and bring it back up later on the show. Does Team of the Week when it first drops, do the prices really go down and then they start coming back up slowly? Is that something we can look? Team of the Year, yes. Sorry, Team of the Year.
Yeah. So right away, I mean, you're going to have packs. Everybody's going to be cashing in that token because that's an auctionable card, right? So you do your solos all year, you get that card. So at first, it's going to go way down. But what we have to do is make educated guesses on who is going to be the most valuable card.
Yeah.
The Aaron Donalds, you just kind of have to look. I think last year there was maybe like a Kyle Fuller that was like a pretty low-key good card. But just kind of keep an eye on that. and then buy a few of them right out of the gate, and it will start to creep back up because the supply will run dry a little bit.
Like, it's going to be interesting because if we think back to the last 3 weeks that they didn't do Team of the Week, some of the players you would expect to have big games had huge games. Josh Allen was just tearing it up, and if he doesn't get the Team of the Week hero, be very shocked for both weeks, the last week and the week before last. Well, Brady already got the 95 announced today. I'm trying to think. Tyreek Hill, the second last week, had a huge week. So, I mean, how are they going to divvy us all up between the playoff promo and the Team of the Week and then the Team of the Year? It's going to be interesting. I think we'll see some names they're not going to expect. They're going to have to. I think they're going to have to.
And
on, so
and on
fun.
on that thought process too, like take Team of the Week, take NFL playoff program, and mix that together. If there's a card like you mentioned, let's use Alvin Kamara as an example. If we don't get an Alvin Kamara for Team of the Week, everyone's going to throw a shit fit. The reason why is because he's probably Team of the Year. So if you have a card you think is coming out and doesn't keep that in mind, he's probably coming out in a different program. It'll kind of give you a little bit of guess there on who's coming out for certain programs.
Yeah, for sure. So, do you have any plans, Wes? So, the other thing to talk about is Season 4 coming up, and we're going to assume on Friday. What's your thoughts on Season 4? Have you? I know you've been very, very extremely busy. Have you completed Season 3? And if so, what's your thoughts on Season 4 coming up, and any plans to prepare for it?
You talking about the Mutt Master challenges and stuff? I'm done with all that.
Yeah.
I finished that really quickly.
Yeah, good stuff.
It depends on what I do with my team. I've been thinking about getting rid of my 49ers.
Okay.
But I've got like 3 49ers players that are either LTDs or their top out card is so expensive that I haven't picked them up yet. They're sitting there, they're powered up all the way. I just need that last card, and I'm not willing to pay, almost $1 million for a Bosa or something.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they drop a bunch of Reduxes, and they'll be cheaper and fill in the gap.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to come in the Reduxes. I mean, there's a lot of players that we're waiting on for Reduxes and power ups too. Do you think we'll see any power ups coming out with Season 4? Or before Season 4?
No idea.
Yeah.
I really hope that some of these 50
cards.
Yeah, I mean, I hope these 50 cards get it. Think about the Barry Sanders and the Moss, and even like the Jonathan Ogden.
Orlando Pace is out. Ogden, I'm trying to think off the top of my head very quickly. There's still a lot. Geez Louise, it's Devin McCourty. Still has not got his as a Redux card. We're waiting on his Redux. Yeah, he got his power up. Yeah. My apologies.
We've already seen the Hines Ward show up into the game for no reason. Hines Ward
seen that come. I mean, I think it's great. I mean, I'm telling you, I got a lot of respect for Hines Ward.
I mean, that tells you right there. We're probably going to see. I don't know whether the cards came out for Zero Chill that didn't have a power up, but like Cam Chancellor is going to get a power up soon. He'll be in packs. They have to. They can't have his Redux come out and not have a power up for him. So, there's going to be a good number of cards. I would expect to see, 40, 50 of them pop at one time, maybe.
Yeah. So I just see someone in chat mention something, and I want to get you guys' input on this, please. So he's asking for a Saquon Barkley. So not focusing on Saquon so much, but let's talk about the players who went out early. The Dak Prescotts, the Saquon Barkleys, the rest of them. I'm losing my mind. I know you'll think of them. Do you think they'll show love to them during these next 3 or 4 programs? Do you think we'll see another Saquon Barkley? Do you think we'll see a Dak Prescott?
Well, we're not going to see him in playoffs, that's for sure.
No, for sure, no.
No, what is after Team of the Year? We get what's between that and Easter? We usually, we could get a Team Diamond program, which is what I'd really like.
Or something like that.
Yeah, we didn't get My Heroes, so we probably won't get a part 2.
It's almost tough going forward, right? With what's left, the content and what it entails. Like you said, playoffs. You're not going to get that. When you talk about Team of the Year, they went out too early for that. So, and Team of the Week's not going to happen. So really, where can we get them fit in? And, it's a shame in a way.
I mean, what we brought this up a little earlier. You asked about how they put together programs with, this player had a big week, but EA knows that in 2 weeks he's getting a big card. So how do we space out the programs? How do we space out player upgrades? They have traditionally been very stingy when it comes to players that get injured throughout the season. They don't rush to upgrade them. It took a
Right.
while
Yeah.
to get a George Kittle.
Mhm.
It took a while to get a Saquon Barkley. I don't know that those cards are going to get an upgrade, and
Mhm.
I'm kind of okay with that.
Mhm. Mhm.
You have to reward the players that are still playing, and even though we're playing, a fantasy video game, it's still based on real life achievements. So
Yeah.
we have to
It,
reward the players that played all year. Barkley got hurt. It sucks. It's not his fault. But I think a 94, I think, is what he had.
that card's great too. I'm here to tell you.
You can't be too mad about that. And
No.
you definitely can't expect him to get another upgrade, and be on the same level as Alvin Kamara, who's having one of the best years of all time. Just he made the playoffs. He just got a winter card. You have to kind of keep it in context. You're not always going to get those cards, especially when they're hurt throughout the year.
Yeah.
Are you saying I'm not going to get a 99 overall Von Miller?
Von Miller.
Good.
I mean, I read some stuff about Von Miller this week. He's he's been in the news lately. I don't know if he's getting another card or not.
So for our fans, and let's hope we have a lot of them who just picked the game up and they look to you guys for guidance. Before we move on to the last segment, sum up what you're going to do and what you recommend them do to prepare for season 4. There's some do's and don'ts that we need to make sure we reinforce, and we'll start off with you, Swain.
Sorry, go with somebody else. I'll answer.
Okay, no problem. Sorry about that. Wes, you start off, bud.
Save your coins.
Yeah.
It's my biggest lesson in all of Madden is quit spending your damn coins.
We're going to see a
packs.
market drop. No, Platt, when's a good time to sell?
Now.
Right now?
Yeah, I mean, anytime within the next 4 days ish. If you're looking to sell. I'm going to look to sell some cards because we're going to get a lot of new cards. So
LTDs
cards. I don't want them to pull the rug out from under me on, my Jerry Rice and Moss and these guys. So I may look to sell off some of those pieces. Series 4, we're going to get new sets. We're going to get new exchange sets. They're going to bump the odds. So a lot of these cards are going to be pulled out of packs a lot more. So that's naturally going to drive their price down. We're going to get new power-up passes, new levels, new level rewards, things like that. So there's a lot of things that go into a series changeover. If you're going to sell, I would sell, within the next few days. Definitely don't wait until the day before Series 4. You need to get, a solid 5 days before that. So, I mean, Series 4 is exciting. How you prepare a stack of coins.
I'm very excited, yeah.
Buying players right now that you don't have to have, because in a week they will be at training value, and training is going to crash in a week. So you want to save it if you can. Sell your high pieces if you have anybody who's 4, 5, 6, 800,000 and more. Sell them. Limiteds. Sell your limiteds.
You're going to sell some. Swain, do you have any plan to sell any limiteds? Are you going to sell any?
I sold them all. The thing is, and I'll just kind of echo what Platt mainly was saying is, you want to sell before they even announce the series is coming out. They said they're going to give us a week notice. Don't be shocked at all if tomorrow morning they talk about all this MVP shit, or not MVP, playoff stuff. Yep. And then they just randomly say, and by the way, series 4 is coming out a week from today. And it wouldn't shock me at all.
It'll be too late.
The market will start going crazy.
The market is smarter than all of us. It's going to react to that news. People are going to be posting their cards, offloading them, and then it's too late. You might as well just hang on to them because.
So like Barkley, Saquon Barkley, if you have his LTD, get rid of him. I'm telling you, you're going to get rid of him. I sold a lot of the LTDs I had. I sold Jimbo for like $580K. I sold Roquan Smith for just short of $500K. Like they sold quick too. The thing is, when it comes to selling these cards, though, think of the programs that came out during this current series. So like we'll use Zero Chill as an example. Jerry Rice isn't going to drop a whole lot unless something weird happens, like we get a TO and some other Niners Raiders / player that everybody wants. But Jerry Rice, you cannot pull from packs. You have to get him in the set.
Right.
So any set cards you should be safe to hold on to, but any other cards, any LTDs, any legends that you have that might go for coin. Right now is a really good time to sell. I don't think I've seen this market the way it is now.
I know.
I can't remember the last time. I mean,
No.
training's over. It takes me literally 5 or 10 minutes to snipe a card for training.
Yeah.
And I'm still paying 10 to 11 per.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago it was like 5 or 6 per. So
Yeah, crazy.
sell.
Yeah.
Sell before they announce the series. Do it.
Okay, so before we review weekly goals last week and set some new ones, let's get aggressive this week. Let's go over to our guy Platt, and let's hear our platinum players for this week.
All right, so I've got 2 campus heroes that I want to highlight today, and 1 zero chill. Tyler Bass, I feel like he might have been a player that I brought up before. If he was, great. He's good enough to bring up again.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
Tyler Bass for about 70, 80K, you're going to get the best kicker in the game. 94 kick power. Everybody can afford that. He's basically going to last you another couple months. You really won't need another kicker. So that's
Kick
the
his
first
ass,
guy.
Tyler Bass.
Kick his ass. There you go. So the next 2 players are both full campus heroes. Roy Williams,
Okay.
strong safety for the Cowboys. That is just a fantastic card. When you talk about in the box, you can leave him in a zone in the box. You can leave him in a deep blue zone in your cover 2, cover 3. He can cover the middle of the field. Don't put him in man coverage, but anything else he'll be, really, really, really good at. So Roy Williams is the next card.
Okay.
This guy, and this isn't going to be a sexy pick, but right tackle, Lincoln Kennedy, Raiders right tackle. He's filling in a big spot for me. We haven't had a right tackle all year that I've been able to start for the Raiders or the Niners. So 95 overall, Lincoln Kennedy. You can get him for, 375 to 400K for a top end right tackle. That's a really good card. So, all of those campus hero cards are going to have some value depending on your team, your budget. Those are the, 2 of the best players that I thought came out of this promo. Add the Raiders fullback Marcel Reese as another kind of wild card there. But those are the best cards that I saw out of this program. With that said, there's another 10 cards that I could name out of that program that are just as good. That program is fantastic. You got the pick of the litter there. They're all very solid cards.
Okay.
I know he gets Raiders. Does Kennedy get Niners, Kims?
No.
Okay, I didn't.
Just Raiders, yeah.
So just to jump in as we wrap up here on time, very quickly, let's talk about what's going to be your one goal for the week before we return here next Thursday night. Start off, Swain. What's your one goal for the week going to be?
Oh, man. I'm going to go 96.5.
Okay, nice. 96.5. That's bold. Like it.
And let's go with 6 million coins. If you have it available, while you ask other people what their goals are, I want to know how many coins I had a week ago.
You were at. Your goal was 7.5. I didn't write down what you were. Your goal was 7.5, and you killed that.
Okay.
Okay, Platt, what's your goal for the week?
So my goal, I'm at a 96 overall. I have a 96 offense. What my goal is by the next show is to get a 96 defense. So 96 is across the board.
Nice. Nice. I do like it too. All right, guy, Wes.
My goal is to add Barry, Vic, and Dion and still remain above 500K coins.
Wow. That's bold. I like it. And 500K. And mine's quite simple. So I'm using the Tomato Boy, shout out, !tomato in the chat on YouTube. Check him out. Using his method to re-roll the gaps and get my 50 players. I got 1 left. That's Randy Moss. I got my Sanders. I got my Lawrence Taylor. And I got my Dion. So I'll get my Randy Moss this week. That's my goal, as well as 96 overall. So I will start. We'll go clockwise with the farewells. End up with our guys' swing games. Thank you all. I enjoyed myself tonight. Appreciate you having me. Platt?
Yeah, happy to have Wes back. We
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
I miss being here.
I'm glad to have you back. Thanks to everybody for joining in tonight. It's going to be a fun week.
A very fun week.
Christmas through the Super Bowl is the best time for MUT. You're going to see a lot of fun conversations between us. So buckle up. It's going to be a fun ride for the next month.
Wes?
I just want to say thanks you guys for having me back. Deke, thanks for stepping in when I couldn't
It's been an honor.
fill in. And we're glad you're part of the team, and I'm ready to get some fucking players, man. I'm ready to go.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's it. Thank you all for listening, and that's all I got to say, man.
Appreciate you, brother. Great to have you back. Take us home swinging, my guy. Love you, bro.
So I have an exciting weekend. My wife is going to see her mother-in-law and did not say I had to go, so I'm going to have an absolute fucking ball this
I
weekend.
can never get my wife to go.
The great swing games.
I love it. Lots of streams. Yeah.
Take a pickle.
Lots of hot dudes hanging out, So yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Discord is open.
Yeah. I haven't it's weird. I always try to say something unique when I go, and I love Platt when he goes and visits. We got to bring that back, Platt. But I haven't seen an accident in a while, a vehicle accident. I always just miss it, I just randomly don't see accidents, but I'll see oh shit, there's an accident just happened. Steam's coming from the hood, everybody's in the car still, kind of thing. And today I saw almost 3 accidents, and the last one was literally oh shit, I literally said that exact thing out loud, and it was a 4-lane, two going opposite ways. And this fucking car just it's a little girl texting on her fucking phone.
Oh
She's
yeah,
doing
there you
this,
go.
and bump, both cars stop, and it's she had to go do one of these fucking fishtails, and she just missed all 4 people, and I'm right behind them, and it's just get the fuck off your phone and focus on the road. Long story short, be safe out there, guys. Be safe. We just
good
had our
message.
holidays. Just be safe.
Good message.
That's it. Love you guys. See you soon.
Thank you all. Take care. Great show. Thank you all. Good night.
See you next week.
Bye.
Peace.
A lot of fun. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
See ya.
Oh, you know what I really liked was the
Oh my guy.